Flight 120 from JFK into Kingston, Fly Jamaica, first inaugural flight. This is a special day for Jamaica. We are witnessing something special. Air Jamaica left us, now we're having our own airline, and we're hanging out in the cabin with some passengers here. I want to talk to them, find out, what are their thoughts, what they have in mind, and what the expectations they're expecting. We're with Karen. Karen, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks.
Tell me, how do you feel sitting in a flight 120 going into Kingston as the inaugural flight for Fly Jamaica?
I feel very proud to be a start of something, a start of our history, something that is going to be another trademark for Jamaica.
If I may ask, are you a passenger or are you staff?
I'm a flight attendant.
Good. So, that means you can tell me what you're going to be looking forward in terms of passengers coming on Fly Jamaica. What are you going to be doing to making sure that they feel comfortable and want to keep flying with Fly Jamaica?
Of course, we'll have to give great hospitality to keep our customers coming back and just give them that nice Jamaican warm, homely feeling.
Anything special? Are they going to be expecting in terms of?
Well, for starters, we're offering 2 check pieces and we offer a hot meal. That I don't think any of the other airlines are doing, so I think most passengers will look forward to that.
It's going to be quick turnaround, because that's one of the things that people want to know, that when they come, the flights are going to be leaving on time.
As you know, we're leaving out of Jamaica early, and I think it's to push start those persons who are going to New York on business, or if you have to go about your regular day, you get into New York by 10,
okay,
and then you can do your day, and we're back into Jamaica, and you can complete the rest of your evening there. We get into Jamaica at 3:40, which is relatively early for a flight from this side going in.
We're on board Flight 120, Fly Jamaica, out of New York into Kingston, the inaugural flight, and I'm sure it's a special thing for most Jamaicans, because, having just lost Air Jamaica, I feel that, they felt like everything was lost, and for these individual pilots to come up with this grand idea, it is a beautiful thing. We're sitting here with a special passenger from out of New York. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really fabulous. It's as if our pride, Jamaican pride, has been restored. It's operated by our own Jamaican people. That is what makes me so proud. When we lost Air Jamaica, it's like a piece of your heart was ripped apart. And now I'm aboard the first flight on Fly Jamaica. Oh my, it is more than a special occasion. It's more than an idea. Its idea is a light way of putting mentioning what we have achieved here, being a Jamaica.
It is important that we as media people, get the word out there, let the people on the ground know that it is important. Fly Jamaica is here. It's a new dawning for Jamaica, and I'm hoping, I know that for a fact that you and your husband will definitely be pushing this.
Well, without a doubt, I have been talking about Fly Jamaica for months now, and to see that we're actually flying on the airplane, and I have the actual feel of it, I will ensure that our listeners don't miss any. On Saturday, this Saturday coming, it will be as if they will be on board, because not to mention the food. We had real Jamaican food. Also, not to mention the beverages. I actually got ginger beer.
Tell the viewers again, what's the name of your station and what's the reach where from?
Okay, we are Drive Time Radio Show. Of course, you can listen to it within the 5 boroughs of New York, and it's WPAT 9:30 a.m. Or you can listen to us on the internet, and it's drivetimradioshow.com. And we also have a radio by phone. It's 213-992-4219. That's 213-992-4219. That's radio by phone. So you can listen to it anywhere you are, anywhere in the world. And that's on Saturdays between the hours of 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And as I told you, I wear many caps. We also do transportation. So we provide transportation within the 5 boroughs of New York to the airport, and that's good day transportation. So So should you need transportation, you can call us at 718-360-4585. That's 718-360-4585 for transportation to the airport, whether it's JFK, LaGuardia, or even Newark. We will provide transportation to those airports. And of course, remember to listen to us on your dial, WPAT 9:30 a.m. every Saturday afternoon. And of course, it's Barbara's Travel Tips also for the travel section. And I'll be really giving you minute by minute flight time of Fly Jamaica.
We're sitting here with Mr. Lloyd Tai, the Chief Operating Officer of Fly Jamaica. Mr. Tai, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine up here in the skies with you folks.
I can see it on your face. I can see the smile on your face. That tells 1,000 words, you know.
Yes, sir.
What are your plans moving forward in terms of other cities inside the U.S.?
Well, inside the U.S.?
Yes.
Well, we have thought about Florida, of course, because we have a big
market
diaspora. You know, because that's going to be our target. We're looking where the diaspora is.
Yeah.
And of course, Florida is a big market for us. So we have to look at Fort Lauderdale as a possibility.
Okay. But before you get to Fort Lauderdale, though, what's your next jump?
Our next jump is actually Canada. Again,
Toronto.
a large diaspora
community
in Toronto.
Okay. And anything in the Caribbean? Any moves to do anything?
Yeah, onto Guyana, because you know the ownership is Jamaica and Guyanese of this company, and we think there's also a big market diaspora, Guyanese diaspora, both in New York and Toronto, and this is why we kind of had targeted those two markets so that we could consolidate, you know, our efforts. Because when we're marketing in Jamaica, in New York, we'll also be marketing now when we start Guyana with the Guyanese diaspora as well.
Moving forward, in terms of being on time, in terms of staff being courteous to the passengers, and literally just making them feel comfortable.
Well, I think the most important thing is that we are a private company and we're driven to be successful, because if we're not successful, we don't have deep pockets. So that is what motivates all of us, and it will motivate our staff, because they know that, you know, success is the name of the game. And as you have seen on this flight, we are a team. We try to operate as a team. You know, we have learned a lot, and you mentioned the former Air Jamaica.
Yes.
And as you see, all the staff here are experienced people from that carrier. So we know a lot. We know what it takes to move an airplane on time. And you know, we're not encumbered. We're going to be innovative thinkers. You know, like today, we analyze what happened today, if anything, and we put fixes in place. So every day we put fixes in place. That is going to be our motto.
Thank you so much. We all were really welcomed here tonight, and we look forward to starting our service. One dream, one team, one family, promoting pride to our nation.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
I don't know how I'm going to follow the act of the jingle. I was telling Christine it should come after. But anyway, my role is a pleasurable one. Is to thank you, first of all,
Consul General for hosting the Fly Jamaica team in New York for our inauguration. We appreciate it. I mean, the appreciation of the team is overwhelming. A very special thanks, of course, to Mrs. Pauline Henry, the office manager, because when we walked in, Perry, sorry, it was all done. We didn't have to do anything. The only thing I noticed that, you know, we have an aircraft at the back too. But it's what I love, because I flew the first one. So I will not forget. And also a very special thanks to Cecilia Farfan, who did most of the invitation. All of us in this room, you know, have been through the Air Jamaica story, and we were very, very sad when it went away. But like all business, when one thing goes, there are opportunities for others. We also want to thank, you know, the Jamaican Civil Aviation Authority. It was a process. And at our inauguration last night, the Director General, Mr. Oscar Darby, pointed out that normally to certify an airline, it takes about 2 to 3 years. And we were able to do it in 1 year.
Wow. Well, Fly Jamaica started from scratch. It's a private enterprise. It's a Jamaican airline. It's really now the only Jamaican airline. And it's mainly geared towards the diaspora. Initially, we'll start from Kingston to New York and back down, and later on we'll expand to Montego Bay and New York to Guyana. We'll also fly from Toronto to Kingston.
And for those in the New York market, tell us a little about what they can expect in terms of the service and the
Our service is going to be full meals throughout the cabin. Also, everyone will be allowed 2 bags, 55 pounds each. And the type of aircraft we're flying is a Boeing 757 with 198 seats, 12 in business class and 186 in economy. And it's very capable of carrying all the baggage. You won't be left behind at all. Your bags will be there with you.
And anything else, just tell us a little bit in terms of safety, because a lot has been gone into ensuring the safety.
Absolutely. Our staff, we have right now 30 flight attendants, fully trained. I would say the best that Air Jamaica had. They're all ex-Air Jamaica, fully trained. Our board director, Christine Steele, who is head of in-flight services, was also in-flight services in Air Jamaica. And all the training has been complete. And our pilots are well trained also on that particular type of aircraft.
The people in the New England region, they said they're clamoring for service. Any kind of plans in the future in terms of looking at the New England market?
Well, I'm sure that once things settle down and we're able to expand, we're open to looking at any new markets, as long as it's a feasible operation.
And anything else you want to add?
Just say the reception has been tremendous. Last night we were in Jamaica. The Prime Minister, Minister of Transport, and many dignitaries were there. So we've had full support locally, and I know in New York we're overwhelmed with the sort of support we've had this evening. So we look forward to serving the public. This is a Jamaican airline, and if you look at our slogan, you'd say this is your airline.
Thank you, Consul General, our chairman, members of our board, and Mrs. Reese and Ms. Kayla Reese, members of the press, travel industry, and all the supporters in the diaspora, as far as Hartford, Philadelphia, and all the environs of the tri-state area. This is indeed a wonderful day for us. I'm very proud that I'm a part of this new airline, and I intend, along with you, to make it really a success. One can always dream, but as to whether the dreams come true is another matter. I would say that our chairman and Mrs. Reese have dreamt about this airline, and it's for us to make sure that the dream is fulfilled. I'd like to now introduce our chairman, Mr. Ron Reese.
Would first like to thank immensely the Consul General of Jamaica for hosting this meet and greet and launch of Fly Jamaica Airways. This airline was formed on September the 7th, 2011 by myself, Captain Lloyd Tai, and my wife in Jamaica. And we added directors such as Christine Steele and Sean shortly after. This is something that we found in our minds was a necessary requirement for the Caribbean after Air Jamaica. We believe that we can fill the gap that it now exists in air travel from Jamaica to the US, to Canada, and even down to Guyana. We're actually thinking of promoting a lot of tourism between Guyana and Jamaica, because the Guyanese would love to see the blue water, white sand beaches of Jamaica. And I'm sure that the Jamaicans would also like to see the jungles of Guyana, the huge waterfalls and the savannas. Who knows? And don't forget, in Guyana we have a lot of gold. There's a lot of gold mining going on, and I'm sure that the world is a village now, so everybody should be more integrated and get more involved in other facets of industry all around the world. We were lucky to receive our AOC from the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority in August, and shortly after that we received our DOT permission, Department of Transportation of the US, our FAA operating specification, which is the 129 certificate, and we also received approval from TSA. And we look forward to your support. What we're also looking for is feedback from all the travel agents as to what times would suit Jamaicans to travel down to Kingston, Jamaica. Rather than us tell you what we would like to do, we would like to get feedback so we can tell the regulatory authorities these are the times that our citizens would like, and if they could facilitate the travel within those times. So I'd like the meeting, the gathering here to be very, very interactive. Thank you. Okay, very good, very good. This is what I like, because there's no sense in me lecturing to you. We have to have a positive response, and this is what I like. So without much further ado, I want to say thank you very much for coming out here this evening.
service certainly of prominence in terms of Fly Jamaica Airways. Tell us a little about what passengers can expect.
We'll be offering you meals on the flight. We'll be offering full service bar, and we'll be offering excellent customer service. Our focus is going to be on serving the passengers.
And tell us a little about what went into getting them ready and for
the train.
Tough diaspora market.
Well, I think we had to, because they were past flight attendants, I think they learned from their mistakes, and they also are quite anxious and happy that there's another Jamaican carrier here. Our training, we changed our training a little bit to make them focus a lot more on customer service, how important it is for us to serve our customers, because without customers we don't have an airline. So I think we focus a lot more on that when we completed our safety aspect of it. So that in itself is why we know we're going to give an excellent product out there.
And what will make you stand out from the other carriers? Tell us.
Oh, please. We're Jamaican. We're going to give you warm hospitality. We're going to give you such excellent service that it's a wow service. We believe that God has been so good to us, and in everything that we have done, and every day before we started our training, we prayed. And we asked Him to guide us through whatever we were doing. And so whatever we're doing, it has to be in excellence because it's for Him. So there's just no hope of us not giving good service.
And if you had a word, any closing words for persons as you begin service?
I so look forward to serving the diaspora especially. I think the Jamaicans miss Air Jamaica. We are the replacement and better than Air Jamaica.
Well, I am very excited for Fly Jamaica. I was very sad when Air Jamaica went out of business, and because I think that as part of our national pride, it's good to have an airline, and so I'm very glad that Fly Jamaica is going to be operational. I can't wait to buy my first ticket and hope other people will do the same thing and support this venture as part of our national pride.
Just the sentiment, I see people taking pictures with the Fly Jamaica banner, and I know something in us is waiting for that opportunity to be part of something that is totally ours, and Fly Jamaica seems to be about that. Fly Jamaica is going to be a phenomenal success. I'm rooting for that.
I think Fly Jamaica, with Air Jamaica gone, there was a void that was left in the diaspora, and I am sure that the people in the diaspora will benefit greatly from this new Jamaican branded airline that will serve our people and our country and can only be for the betterment of us all.